Next up, our number 10 prospect on the CPGM top 50, tight end, TJ Hockenson, Iowa.
One note of mine stands out. He plays inline, offline, fullback, slot, out wide. Hockenson is the tight end of today's game with the ability to play the tight end of yesteryear.
Yeah, throwback. He's an inline people mover, versatile tight end, block and catches passes. He's eerily reminiscent of George Kittle, another Iowa tight end, came out a couple seasons before him. And my notes on George Kittle coming out, we know he's going to succeed because he could block.
Yeah.
He has a place on the football field because of his blocking prowess. And just the receiving things is just extra sauce on top of it.
The flash.
And George Kittle just led all tight ends in receiving yards this past season. He's the bar right now. And TJ Hockenson has the ability to get to that level at the next level.
When you talk about Iowa, you talk about a school, or as some would say, a program that has Headley football players. That they're well taught, they're well coached. You're not getting a guy who's going to commit a penalty too often. They know themselves and they know their ability and they know what their responsibilities are. And by this I mean with TJ Hockenson, I'm watching him and there are plays where he knows he's not getting the football. Based on the defense, he's not getting the football. But what he's going to do is he's going to take the defenders, 1, 2, 3 defenders, because he's a quote-unquote baller and they have to pay attention to him. I'm going to take these guys on a little expedition. They're going to come with me, and this is going to leave others open, one-on-one or just a busted coverage because they're looking for 38. Within his routes, I don't think he's the best route runner.
Nah.
But the things he does well within those routes that he's running is that he's going to sit in the zone. That he's going to run just a little bit further upfield to get open because he realizes, okay, this is supposed to go 5, but I'm going to go 6.5 because if I go 5, he can't throw the football to me, or I might be asking my quarterback a little too much. So I'm going to take it a little bit further so that way there's that open window. He turns and he's showing his numbers. Like one of the things I love about receivers and love about tight ends is that, when running routes is that they turn and they show their numbers to the quarterback. A lot of receivers and tight ends, they're so robotic and they're so, I want to run up field and I want to run this route because it's got to be 7 and there's too much thinking. Like, He's running this route and he's turning. He's looking for the quarterback, trying to show him his numbers. Like I love that about tight ends and receivers, and he does it routinely.
Yeah, he's the ultimate security blanket. And I also had in my notes, he's not a dynamic route runner, but he's really deceptive in how he does it. Little shoulder shrugs, and he just knows how to get open. I think it translates at the next level. He has really strong hands, catches in traffic really well. And just like George Kittle, I keep going back to George Kittle, yards after the catch, that's his game, man. He's hard to bring down in the open field. He has that extra juice in the open field to even take it the distance. So if a team, we see it a lot around the league, they're designing plays for these tight ends, and the tight end is the ultimate mismatches on the field in football today. And if he gets around a system or a coaching staff that could design plays and get him the ball in space, then it's going to be trouble for opposing defenses.
I'm going to read another note. I'm going to assume his combine numbers will be what most expect or above that. Like, across the board, between him and his partner in crime, number 87.
Noah Fant.
No, I just wanted to go 87. Dominated for the tight ends. No surprise.
Yeah, Noah Fant is, like, athleticism. I know this is not a Noah Fant thing, but these guys played together, and it was just thunder and lightning. Noah Fant was the lightning, TJ Hockenson was the thunder. But they're also interchangeable because I think Fant doesn't get enough credit for his run blocking, and Hockenson doesn't get as much credit for his receiving prowess. So those are the two best tight ends in the class, in my opinion. TJ Hockenson, number 1, and our 10th overall prospect.
All right, 2 more things I want to talk about. Mr. Hockenson. You talked about Hockenson's run blocking prowess. There's things that I like that he does, and one of those things is that he will turn and seal off defenders, giving them no shot to ever come back into the play. And the other thing, in terms of his route running or getting off the line of scrimmage, because you can be the best route runner known to man, but if you can't get off the line of scrimmage, doesn't really mean anything. It's just like a receiver who can run a 4.2 but can't catch the damn football. It doesn't mean anything. So it doesn't matter if the defender's in front of him jamming him up. It may slow him down just a bit, but he's working through it, getting through it, and off the line, and again, showing his numbers to the quarterback. Weaknesses.
Yeah, I got some weaknesses.
Weaknesses. I'm going to speak to one, but I want you to go first.
Let me go first?
Yeah, go ahead.
We got the same one.
No, I got two, but you're going to take one, so I'll take the other one.
Okay. Now you know what I'm going to say.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think one of the weaknesses, I'm going to bring out his run blocking, is when the guy's right in front of him, he's going to demolish that guy every time. He's going to power him to the ground. But if he has to get to the second level, sometimes it's a little too over-aggressive, and he gets caught in no man's land, and the defender can kind of slip by him. You just got to break down a little better and get to his target. He gets a little too aggressive run blocking on the second level.
There was plenty of times where I saw him line up next to Mr. Fant. Fant was like 90% of the time outside of him, or it was even another tackle was lined up outside of him. And I know he's a good run blocker, but I don't know how good of a run blocker he is because he always had somebody right next to him. I don't know if that's a scheme thing. I don't know if that's protecting him. Like, I'm not sure what that is. I imagine maybe it's a little bit of both, but you said he demolishes. I've seen it where he has demolished people, but I've also seen more often than not the combo blocks. So I'm just questioning. Just leave it out there for folks just to wonder. Okay, you know, I can't imagine him being terrible or bad at it. I don't believe that. But just something to think about. Yeah.
Well, there you have it. That is our number 10 overall prospect on the CPGM Top 50.